Before we jump in, please hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join the channel because we bring you daily Ohio State football news, recruiting updates, and everything Buckeye Nation needs to know. And today we've got a big recruiting storyline that could seriously shape the future of the trenches in Columbus. The offseason grind is officially on, spring ball is just around the corner, and while the current roster is being evaluated after a roller coaster 2025 season, the recruiting machine never stops for the Ohio State Buckeyes, especially when it comes to building dominance up front. Head coach Ryan Day knows exactly where the program fell short last season, and if you watched those late-season losses closely, the issue wasn't hard to spot. The offensive line struggled to control the line of scrimmage against physical opponents, and that reality has driven a renewed emphasis on adding elite talent in the trenches. As Ohio State balances transfer portal additions, returning starters, and player development heading into 2026, the staff is already laser-focused on the 2027 recruiting cycle, and early returns show they mean business. The Buckeyes are already sitting near the top of the national recruiting rankings for that class, stacking blue-chip talent at multiple positions, but there's a clear understanding inside the Woody Hayes Athletic Center that championship football starts with size, strength, and depth up front. That's where this story really heats up, because one of the most physically imposing offensive linemen in the 2027 class has officially narrowed his recruitment, and Ohio State made the cut. Four-star offensive tackle Jimmy Callis, a powerful prospect out of the Pittsburgh area, has trimmed his list down to 6 programs, and being included in that final group is no small thing when you look at the competition. This isn't a courtesy spot on a list, this is a full-blown heavyweight battle among the sport's elite brands, and Ohio State is right in the middle of it. Callis brings exactly the kind of profile that offensive line coaches dream about. Standing around 6'6" and pushing close to 280 pounds as a junior, he already looks the part before even stepping into a college weight program. What really stands out on film is how difficult he is to move at the point of attack. Defenders bounce off him, run lanes open behind him, and once he locks on in pass protection, plays tend to die right there. He's not just a space eater either, there's real functional athleticism in his game, allowing him to climb to the second level, seal off linebackers, and move laterally when the play design demands it. For Ohio State, that skill set checks every box, especially after a season where interior push and edge protection didn't consistently hold up against top-tier competition. The Buckeyes aren't alone in seeing that upside, though, and that's what makes this recruitment so fascinating. Also battling for Callis are the Georgia Bulldogs, LSU Tigers, Texas Longhorns, Clemson Tigers, and the Miami Hurricanes, a lineup that reads like a playoff contender list rather than a simple recruiting graphic. Every one of those programs pitches elite development, NFL pipelines, and national exposure, so Ohio State's presence here speaks volumes about how the staff is being perceived by top offensive line prospects across the country. From a strategic standpoint, this recruitment aligns perfectly with where Ohio State is headed. 4 of 5 starting offensive linemen are expected to return next season, which means immediate pressure isn't the driving factor here. Instead, the staff is thinking long-term, building layers of talent so that drop-off never becomes an issue again. The idea is simple: develop now, dominate later, and avoid the feast or famine cycles that can derail championship hopes. Callis fits that vision as a player who could arrive, develop physically and technically over a year or two, and then step into a major role without the program skipping a beat. That's especially important in an era where depth can disappear overnight through the transfer portal. Ohio State's message to recruits like Callis is clear: come here, get coached hard, get developed the right way, and compete for titles while preparing for the next level. The Buckeyes also sell stability, something that resonates with linemen who want consistency in coaching and scheme, and with the staff openly acknowledging past shortcomings up front, there's a sense of urgency that recruits can feel. This isn't about hype, it's about correction. The physical losses late last season were a wake-up call, and Ohio State is responding by swinging big in recruiting rather than hoping problems fix themselves. Being in Callis's final 6 doesn't guarantee anything, but it does put Ohio State firmly in the race, and upcoming visits, spring evaluations, and relationship building will play a massive role in where things go from here. Buckeye fans should keep a close eye on this one, because offensive line commitments often don't generate flashy headlines, but they are the foundation of everything that follows: explosive offenses, protected quarterbacks, dominant run games, and postseason success. If Ohio State can land a prospect like Callis, it sends a message nationally that the program is serious about reclaiming its edge in the trenches and building a roster capable of standing toe-to-toe with the most physical teams in the country. So as spring ball approaches and the 2027 class continues to take shape, remember this name, remember this recruitment, and remember that championships are built long before Saturdays in the fall, often in moments exactly like this. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more Buckeye coverage, and drop a comment below on how important you think offensive line recruiting is to Ohio State's future.